Hello, welcome to Painting with Jesus. I'm Bob Hopkins, your host, and today's scripture comes to us from John 14, verses 15 to 21, which says, If you love me, keep my commandments. I will pray the Father, and he will give you another counselor, that he may be with you forever, the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, for it does not see him, neither does it know him. But you know him, for he lives with you and will be in you. I will not leave you fatherless. I will come to you. Yet a little while, and the world will see me no more. But you will see me, because I live, you will live also. On that day you will know that I am in my Father, and you are in me, and I am in you. He who has my commandments and keeps them is the one who loves me, and he who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and will reveal myself to him. And that's today's reading from the MEV version of the Bible. Okay. And we're going to be in our Artful Hymns sketchbook or painting book, volume 2, with Abide With Me. This is where we have been. Abide with me, fall fast the evening tide. I was going to make this a title page, Abide with me, but I haven't come up with a design yet. The darkness deepens, Lord, with me abide. When other helpers fail and comforts flee. And I didn't really explain this picture last time in the last video. And when other helpers fail and comforts flee, sometimes we feel like we have lost everything and we're like on the edge, even though we really haven't. It just seems like we've lost everything and no one cares and all that. Well, today we have an answer for that, and this is today's subject. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to put this on an angle. I might have to zoom out so you see. And how did I get that on there? I traced the design, and then I scribbled on the back where the design was, and I just placed it on there like so. And that's how I got that on there. And I'm going to be using the paints from Denise's Embrace Opacity DaVinci palette, which are these colors. And I'm going to zoom out so you can see. I have a better setup so you can like see everything that's going on. You can even see my palette over here, but this is where the palette is, right here. This is the one I'll be using. And so, and I got my drink ready. Vitamin C drink. And I'm going to be using the long round Princeton Velvetouch. It's an 8. Don't know if you can see that. And it's kind of long, but it comes to this nice point. The only thing, the yellow I used over here for the sun, that was here. So I'm going to use that one. And I got to get my, so when I have too much water on my brush, I'm going to, see, I figure if I put If I put the sun in first, I won't have that problem that I had last time, right? Anyways, so I pray that you're all having a wonderful day, this first day of spring, 2026. I almost said 1926. Wow, that's going back a couple hundred years, isn't it? I think I just might use up all of this yellow over here. Yeah, so I'm excited. I have a new setup on for the videos here, and I'm hoping it'll make it so you can see everything. Maybe that's a sunspot. And there's make sure that's, I'm gonna need more yellow, and that was yellow Hansa Light, I think. Yes, so I'm gonna have to put a little more there. Urgh. Yes, that's the correct one. Hansa Yellow Light, or Lemon Yellow it's called, is the one I am using here. Maybe that's a little too much, but anyway. I kind of like that that's too much. See, this brush is made for detail, not for big, although it seems to be working. Don't put too much water like last time, Bob. And there we go. And I got a little bit down here. Yes. All right. And now I want to stay away from the yellow. So you're not going to really see Jesus's feet, because this represents Jesus here helping the guy. So maybe I'll do this guy. He was all in black last time, right? And I used that blue. And so I don't make a mess on this page here. Put that like that. Yeah. And you can see everything in my waters here. And then you can see everything, how I do this. All right, so I was going to paint that guy. And I was going to use Stormy Blue. A little more, just in case I need a bit of it. See, and you can see me clean my brush off. This is going to be great. this new setup. Okay, and then this is Denise's gray. Keep my colors nearby so I can... And I'm hoping that that'll darken that blue a little bit more. That's what I'm aiming for, but not too that you don't know that it's blue. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to paint him. Hopefully I made enough of it. And this is his little foot. And he's, well, I'm going to have to darken that with some darker blue. Maybe the wind's blowing and his belt is blowing in the breeze. See, maybe that's the peace sign right there. Peace! He's finally got peace because he's holding Jesus' hand. Yeah, I'm gonna make that darker, but I can come back in. And this is his head. And he's got a little nose there. That's his nose. I guess that's okay. All right, now to paint Jesus. Have some of my drink. It's vitamin C, in case you're wondering what I'm drinking. It's that emergency stuff. Okay, so Jesus is standing here with his arm extended to him. Now, I wonder, do I do Jesus there? No, Jesus will be in dark colors. So this would be red coming over his shoulder, I think. And the red is next to the violet, so that's right here. That being violet, this would be the Indian red. Okay. And this is all material, but it looks like he's got a hump on his back, doesn't it? So I was going to see maybe go like this. Forget about that hump and color that yellow. And come down with it like this. And that's his arm. That's the robe right there. I can come in closer. That's his arm of the robe. That's his hand. And so see, the red would come across over there. And I'm using it straight out of the tin. This red, Indian red. And that's the sash he's wearing. Maybe I don't need that. I can bring that yellow down when that dries. Maybe bring this down more. And his robe would be, I'm thinking, Titan buff, because it would be in the shadow, right? See, that's his sleeve. Oh, and it's starting again. No, it's getting the red in there. Because I got too much water on my brush. That's what's happening. Remember, that's what happened last time. And I want to use the Titan buff here. And it'd be a little gray because you got all that light there, right? So I used the blue with the Titan buff, which would give it a lighter shade, I think. Create shadows. Seeing this here would be like that too. But see, that's that red. Now see, that looks a little better. I don't like that because it makes it look like he's got a hump. So I'm going in with the yellow here. That may be too much. And I'm going to get rid of the hump of the cloth there. And maybe take some water and push it out this way. Yes. That looks so much better. It doesn't look like he's got a hump on his back. See, this is how it's supposed to be. That looks like he's got a hump on his back. Or maybe I could put that in there and the hump could emphasize the burdens, because Jesus carries our burdens. Now, see, I didn't think of that. I don't know. Have a drink. Yes, and our line for our hymn, help of the helpless, oh abide with me. See, this guy is helpless. He's on the edge of life. And Jesus has come to abide with him. To help him. Because, you know, Jesus always helped he healed the blind. He fed the 5,000. Wasn't there a 4,000 too? And the brown I want to use is right here. Oops, I thought you could see that. The brown I want to use is right here for Jesus's hair. It's called natural hematite. Instead of mixing, I'm just going to use it. Oh, there's some doggy howling. And it's fanning into the sun. You see that? I thought that was dry. Oh well, it will look like he's got the halo, right? Because he's looking down. Although you don't quite get that, but in his hand would be peach color. And I'm going to let that dry. I think that's a safe bet. Then I'm going to use this color up here. This is called, I forget what that's called, olive brown. That's going to be the color of the cliff. See, and we're not going to see Jesus's feet because he's bending over. And I think after this, I'm going to do the words and let this dry some. Yeah, I think that's called olive brown. Let me check. Olive brown, exactly. And of course, it's DaVinci colors. And his hair is spanning out too much. That's going to give me a hard time. Now, because that's in the sun like that, I wonder if that should be all dark. Is what I'm thinking. If I make it all dark, and make this hand dark because the sun's right there, it'd be like a silhouette. Maybe I should make that all dark. That would be easier, wouldn't it? But then to have this half colored, I don't know. Anyway, I got to think about that. And so, help of the helpless. So there's my H. Help of What did I do with it? I might as well just write it in, right? And that's picking up some of the base, which is the light dimensional ground. I just put a thin, that's what this white, because I am painting on burlap, watercolor on burlap. Can you imagine? Help of the helpless. Oh, abide with me. With me. And once I do his head, we'll have verse 1 completed already. I gotta feel, is that dry? I should have had the hair dryer. All right. So do I want to make that all dark, but then, it would be easier, wouldn't it? But, let's try the hematite again. But let's not use so much water. And so how you do that is not the point, but the chubby part of the brush. You just go like this, and hopefully there's water there. And then we try again. And his hair is hanging there. That's what that is. See, you got peace sign there, peace sign there. And Jesus has a beard, so the beard's got to hang. And so all this would be dark right there. His hair. And then make sure that's what I'm doing. I'm just making sure I'm getting the extra water off. I don't want to have issues like last time. See, that's his beard, and so he's got to have a mouth. So the beard would make a mouth there like that. And maybe I can put the eye in. Boop. See, and then there's like a little nose right there. There we go. That's not too bad. And then maybe I can squeak a little yellow here. Maybe get rid of that sunspot. Okay. Yes, I like because I took that hump off. It doesn't look so strange. Okay, so that means I gotta erase the little line there. If the ground would let me. Yes, it does. Look at that. Okay, I'll zoom in. Push this aside. Put this back over there. Move that there. Bring this up so you can see. It didn't, I managed to get that all done. And there you have it. And I'm still doing the 100-day project. It's coming along nicely. Maybe in the next video I will share. But remember, Jesus is the help of the helpless. All you have to do is invite him to abide with you, and he will help you when you're on the edge. He will lift you. And that hump, maybe I should have left it for your burdens. So cast your care upon Jesus, for he cares.